Breathing and sleeping. That's what we're going to be talking about here today. Siesta time. Embrace the afternoon nap. I don't recommend it. I would just recommend that you get better sleep at night or when you do your longest stretch of sleep. Okay, I know some people do shift work and there's different health problems with, working all the way through the night. And some people, I'm just a natural night owl. No, you're just lazy and undisciplined. But even still, okay, you should be getting better sleep when you're normally sleeping instead of just trying to segment it throughout the day. I know that there's other studies and other type of sleep habits that are out there. Okay, like there's some people who sleep 2 to 3 hours every 5 hours, and that's the way that they run their days. It's weird and it sounds insane. I forget the exact breakdown of how people do that. I think that was in Tim Ferriss' book or something like that. I seen it. It looks wild. Something that I haven't been able to try, really. I've done it kind of accidentally back when I was running just a little bit too hard on content creation. But even still, okay, I'm not a big fan of the afternoon nap. It seems like a massive waste of time. But let's see, maybe I've been incorrect on this, okay? Americans aren't spending enough time with their eyes closed. Yeah, at night, okay? They're not properly set up for sleep in the evening, okay? Over the past 4 or 5 years, I've fallen in love. Oh, okay, so this guy's just a big simp, and he can't set personal boundaries. So that kind of sounds like a you problem, my guy. Even that description is too weak. No, that's you. Somebody's projecting. For what I've experienced, smitten, infatuated, head over heels. Oh, these synonyms come a bit closer, but still miss the mark. Oh my God, I'm so glad she's touching your PP finally. That's it. Oh, I'm gonna cringe into oblivion. I already see this beginning of the third paragraph. This demi-goddess I worship generally arrives just after lunch. Wordless, in a Sandberg's fog, she arrives with little cat feet, gently takes my hand in hers, leads me to my lazy boy, snuggles beside me beneath my light blanket. She kisses my eyelids closed. This dude is in love with sleep. I get your allegory. You're making me hurt, my guy. She kisses my eyelids closed, eases my breathing, pushes me into the cushions, whatever, face first probably. And by her graces steals away, however momentarily, my troubles and my obligations. I am speaking, of course, of my afternoon nap. I hope that you don't treat your interpersonal relationships like this, because that would make my life hurt. Anyways, much earlier in my life, I took a daily afternoon snooze, but I was a toddler then and had no memory of those nap times. Gratefully appreciated, no doubt, by my mother. For the rest of my life, this guy's just a turbo cuck. Oh my God, I can just tell by his writing. Stacking out between dawn and nighttime is rare as a Carolina snow in May. Oh my God, please have more hackneyed analogies, because I'm begging you, we don't have quite enough yet. On those few occasions that I did indulge, I woke up wishing Americans everywhere practiced the custom of a siesta. Yeah, just go live in Mexico where their economy's booming. Anyways, only for the past few years when I work, when the work I do is still plentiful, but completed now on my own timetable, which is good, have I availed myself of a regular nap. Unlike some older folks I know, who slumber for an hour or more, I find that half an hour in a lazy boy clears my jumbled mind. Yes, it's called a power nap. It's been in circulation for a long time. 20 minutes at a time and you're good to go. Any longer than that, and you start to enter your circadian rhythms, and then you just throw everything out of whack. Okay, begin. Let's just get to anything, of substance here. Experts list several causes of the sleep-deprived citizens, ranging from a frenetic pace demanded by so many in our jobs and duties to overuse of caffeinated drinks. Yes, you just burn out your synapses in your brain and then you can't quite function with your normal hormonal impulses. We know this. Lately, studies have shown that screen time, phones, and laptops, yes, blue lights, okay, that's all bad. Shouldn't be doing that before bed. Before bedtime can also keep us awake, revving up our brains with information and stimulating our emotions. Social media in particular can affect young people. Yeah, then again, how do you access social media? Through the blue light emitting screens. Thanks, tips. are causing them to click away from their devices until the wee hours of the morning. This lack of sleep has consequences. It makes us less sharp, more forgetful, more prone to traffic accidents. But then again, if you're talking about younger kids using social media, anyways, and liable to nod off during Aunt Matilda's slideshow, shut up. Inadequate sleep can also make us short-tempered and grouchy. I've had perfect amounts of sleep. This guy's just annoying. Which may explain why we Americans are so easily riled up these days by our political opponents. Yeah, no, I'm sure, and it's not like it's just one political party's agenda to basically destroy everything and rebuild it in their golden image. A bit more time with our heads in the pillow at night. Yes, this guy, I know I made the offhanded joke before, but no, he's if he's not face down, he's got one behind his head and then another two keeping his heels comfy on either side of his head. Hug those sheets and get some sleep. Yes, and bite the pillow. But how about this, okay? If you're getting proper amounts of sleep, how do you stay energized throughout the day? Just breathe better, stupid. Just as easy as it is to get used to eating too much, too often, it's common to breathe too much air too fast. It's not calming to take a deep breath. Sorry, what? In fact, some of your best breathing is very light. If you've ever meditated and reached a deep state of calm, you may have noticed that you hardly seem to be breathing at all. Hardly breathing at all. Breathing at all. If you get that joke, you're in the top tier of people. Nose breathing is significantly different from mouth breathing. Yeah, exactly. Don't be a mouth breather because you look stupid and it's actually bad for your health. Open mouth breathing doesn't get more oxygen in. Fortunately, you can learn to breathe better. You don't have to be an experienced yogi to practice breathing exercises. Oh, thank God, I was worried. Breathing is light and silent, slow, deep, low, and from your diaphragm. Yes, not from your upper chest or anything. That's how you hyperventilate. Through your nose. Yes, exactly. Through your nose. You use your nose to breathe. You use your mouth to talk and do other things, like just ask Jeff, who wrote the previous article. Mouth breathing contributes to stress, is a common risk factor for 75 to 90% of human diseases. Yes, 75 to 90% of people who have cancer breathe through their mouth. Maybe because they have sinus cancer. Makes sleep apnea much worse. With sleep apnea, you're 1.9 times more likely to die, and 2.65 times more likely at risk of heart-related mortality. Well, I would think that would kill you too, so you know. Anyways, in children, mouth breathing causes problems with facial growth. Wait, what? Brain health and behavior. All right, you're not getting enough oxygen that way? Is that what I'm led to believe? More than 90% of children with crooked or misaligned teeth have compromised nasal breathing, meaning they mouth breathe some of the time. This is no coincidence. No coincidence at all whatsoever. Breathe through your nose. What are the benefits of nose breathing? Because we just figured out the detriments of mouth breathing. I'm sure it's beneficial for somebody somewhere, but nose breathing benefits. Lessens asthma symptoms by up to 70%, meaning sufferers need less medications. Filters, warms, and humidifies air before it reaches the lungs. Yes, so you don't experience any sort of anti-homeostasis within your body. Okay, just to broaden that out. Strengthens the diaphragm, meaning less risk of injury and back pain. Yes, because if you breathe from where you're supposed to, as opposed to just using the top parts of your lungs, you're getting more fuller, complete breath. You know what I mean? Oxygen intake up to 10 to 20%. Supports the immune system against the viruses and allergens. Ah, yes, proper filtration. Makes sense. As opposed to just, bypassing your sinuses where all the cleaning happens. Reduces stress and improves sleep quality for a longer, healthier life. So you don't have to take a stupid nap during the day. So when you go to sleep, you're sleeping properly. Common causes of a breathing problem. If you spend all day sitting in front of a computer, you likely slump. Yes, your posture has something to do with this. This squashes your diaphragm, forcing you to chest breathe. Lifestyle choices like overeating and a lack of exercise can unbalance your breathing. Yeah, no, exactly. You're overeating. It's harder to breathe with your diaphragm because of the excess weight, something pulling down or pushing down, especially if you're lying down. Mental and emotional stress, emotional damage triggers hard, fast breathing that makes you more anxious. This perpetuates unhealthy breathing. As many as 90% have had a deviated nasal septum that encourages mouth breathing. Yes, yes. Mouth breathing causes nasal congestion, adding to the problem. Yes. You acquire a nasal septum if you were partying in the 80s, if you know what I mean, or if you've broken your nose or through some other horrific trauma regarding your nose. Okay, that's what they mean by nasal septum. Okay, that's the little gimmick that separates your two nostrils as it goes into your sinus cavities. Okay, when should you practice nose breathing? This seems fairly straightforward. During exercise, yes, nose breathing prevents exercise-induced asthma and promotes breathing efficiency, speed, and stamina. Yes, exactly. Whenever I'm on a long run or something, I always give a conscious effort to make sure that I'm breathing correctly. Oftentimes during a particularly strenuous part of the run, I've got to mentally correct, okay? Oh, geez, breathing through the mouth. Okay, start breathing deeply through my nose. Exhaling throughout the nose as well. It helps pass the time, and it normally is a good point in time where you can just check, make sure that your posture is right, make sure that everything is flowing correctly. During yoga, is pretty much installed within the practice of yoga. Okay, breathing is integral to anasana and meditation practice, as Robin Rothenberg, explains in her excellent book Restoring Prana. Ancient yogis knew the importance of subtle breathing. Nose breathing causes asana, reduces injury, and promotes mental focus. Nose breathing stops snoring, sleep apnea, and insomnia. You'll experience less daytime fatigue and better energy and well-being. While you're concentrating, makes sense. While you're at work, watching TV, or driving, it's common to open the mouth to breathe. I guess if you're kind of conditioned to doing that, it makes sense, I guess. Remember to check your kids' breathing. Make sure your kids are breathing. That's just good practice, right? When they're focused on a screen, doing homework, or playing. That all makes sense. So, long and short of it, breathe through your nose, everything will get better. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.